Barcelona, you're heavy on my heart. Sunburned shoulders, painted in bars. Daylight goodbyes, cheek to cheek. Pretty people sat out in the streets. I think I'm gonna stay in Barcelona, babe. Something tells me I won't be coming home.
Everything looks really nice. Can I have one plain croissant and a latte with regular milk?
Pricing engine set up. I've got 20 different languages on the platform. I've got my
Can I get a beef caballo?
Yeah. How do you want it cooked?
Medium and sunny side up? Thank you.
My heart has known the winters, and my feet have known the snow. But mine eyes have seen the glory of a seed begin to grow. There is a time to uproot, darling, but most days just hold on tight. For there's a time for darkness, honey, but dawn will always beat the night. Sometimes death will come calling when you've been good and new. And other times it's cold hands with great dreams yet to be born. There is a time to dance on sorrow and a time to kiss her cheek. There is a time to mourn in silence, but just the sakes to hear you speak. I don't know the end or tomorrow's story, but I have found the one who gives me rest. I will make my bed in his promises, for he holds true, nothing's left.
Number one iced latte with regular milk.
Iced latte with regular milk? Absolutely.
Which is important because you're healthy. Yeah, and then, wow, this is so cool. Like, I've never met like a young associate that has like, it kind of felt like, yeah. Every other person I work with. And they all, yeah, all work.
Just saw you yesterday, but baby, what you doing today? It's so nice to go outside with you by my side. I'm just saying, it'd be a waste if it's not me and you. I can't get you out my head. Text you that I'm outside, then get you home safe like I did last night. It's only 7:30, and you told me you don't sleep early, so I'll go ahead and warm up the car. Drop the pin and I could come where you are. I know I just saw you yesterday, but baby, what you doing? It's so nice to go outside with you by my side. I'm just saying, it'd be a waste if it's not me and you. It'd be a waste if it's not me and you. 1, 2.
피디님이나 작가님들이 이 친구는 어때요? 라고 가끔 물어볼 때 있어요. 본인들도 이제 헷갈릴 때. 글쎄.
Do you have any recommendation for white wine? Something fruity?
We have the sunset.
Ah, okay, I'll try that.
You ready or not yet?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do love, like...